This is a city where music lives in the air and history surrounds you at every turn. Every street feels like a painting, and every building carries a story that stretches back centuries. Welcome to Vienna. A city of emperors, of composers, and of timeless elegance. But Vienna is more than just beautiful, it is powerful, deeply cultural, and for centuries, it helped shape the course of Europe. So what makes Vienna so special? Why does it feel so different from any other city? And what stories are hidden behind its quiet, elegant streets? In this episode, join Wander World as we explore one of the most refined and fascinating cities in the world, Vienna. Vienna is the capital of Austria, located in the very heart of Europe. It sits along the Danube River, a historic waterway that has connected cultures and civilizations for centuries. Today, Vienna is home to nearly 2 million people, yet its influence reaches far beyond its size. For hundreds of years, this was the center of a vast empire, where power, culture, and ideas all converged. At the height of its power, Vienna served as the capital of the Austro-Hungarian Empire, one of the most influential empires in European history. From here, emperors ruled over a diverse and expansive territory that stretched across Central and Eastern Europe. Decisions made in this city shaped the destiny of millions, while art, music, and architecture flourished under imperial patronage. One of the most iconic reminders of this era is Schönbrunn Palace. This grand palace, once the summer residence of the Habsburg dynasty, reflects both power and elegance. From above, its perfectly symmetrical gardens and vast grounds create a sense of order and harmony that feels almost timeless. Walking through its halls today, it's easy to imagine the lives of emperors and empresses who once shaped history from within these walls. In the very heart of the city stands another defining landmark, St. Stephen's Cathedral. With its striking Gothic design and colorful tiled roof, it has become one of Vienna's most recognizable symbols. For centuries, it has stood as a silent witness to the city's transformations, surviving wars, change, and the passage of time. Yet Vienna's identity is not only built on architecture. It is also the city of music, a place where some of the greatest composers in history once lived and created. Names like Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, Ludwig van Beethoven, and Johann Strauss too are deeply connected to this city. Their music continues to shape Vienna's atmosphere, whether in grand concert halls or in the subtle presence of street performers across the city. At the center of this musical tradition is the Vienna State Opera. This world-renowned venue represents the pinnacle of classical performance. Its elegant facade and rich history make it one of the most important cultural landmarks in Europe. Even from the outside, especially at night, the building radiates a sense of sophistication and artistic prestige. Vienna is also home to a church that simply cannot be missed, St. Charles's Church, Karlskirche. It stands as Vienna's most striking example of Baroque ecclesiastical architecture. The church's facade draws inspiration from the style of ancient Greek temples, while its two side pavilions reflect the aesthetics of the Italian Renaissance. The dome and the two flanking columns, adorned with intricate bas-reliefs, are particularly captivating features. The church's interior is both lavishly decorated and majestically solemn. The religious frescoes adorning the dome are remarkably lifelike, and visitors can take an elevator up to the dome to admire these magnificent murals up close. The Vienna Museum of Art History ranks among the world's most significant art institutions and stands as the fourth largest art museum globally. Its central domed hall serves as a showcase for the grandeur of the empire at its zenith. A profusion of neo-Baroque ornamentation creates one of the most solemn and opulent interiors of late 19th century Vienna, a splendor that is perhaps unrivaled by any other museum in Europe. Another architectural highlight is Belvedere Palace. This Baroque masterpiece combines elegant design with beautifully landscaped gardens and reflective pools. Inside, it houses one of the most celebrated works of art in the world, The Kiss, by Gustav Klimt. The painting, much like the city itself, blends beauty, emotion, and timeless artistry. Yet Vienna is not a city frozen in the past. It continues to evolve, blending tradition with modern creativity. Beyond the historic center, contemporary architecture rises alongside classical buildings, creating a subtle but powerful contrast. This balance between old and new gives Vienna a unique sense of continuity. Beyond its grand landmarks, Vienna reveals its character in everyday life. The city moves at a different pace, calm, measured, and refined. Nowhere is this more evident than in its famous café culture. The traditional Viennese coffeehouse culture is not just about coffee, it is a way of life. People gather to read, to write, to talk, or simply to sit and observe. Time slows down, and the experience becomes as important as the drink itself. A simple moment, perhaps with a cup of coffee and a slice of Zahtertorte, can feel deeply meaningful in this setting. But what truly defines Vienna goes beyond rankings or landmarks. It lies in the balance it maintains, between past and present, elegance and simplicity, tradition and innovation. Vienna does not try to impress loudly. Instead, it reveals itself slowly, through details, atmosphere, and experience. Every street holds a story. Every building reflects a piece of history. And every moment feels intentional. Perhaps that is Vienna's greatest strength. It doesn't demand attention. It earns it. So if you ever find yourself in Europe, take the time to slow down and experience this city properly. Not just by seeing its landmarks, but by feeling its rhythm. This is Vienna. Elegant. Historic. Timeless. Welcome to one of the most beautiful cities in the world.